Welcome to today's session on Identity and Access Management Technologies. In this lesson, we'll explore critical authentication and authorization methods essential for securing enterprise environments. Our focus areas include multi-factor authentication, single sign-on Kerberos, simultaneous authentication of equals, privileged access management, OAuth, Extensible Authentication Protocol, identity proofing, IEEE 802.1x, and federation. Let's begin with multi-factor authentication, or MFA. This is a security method that requires users to present two or more independent credentials to verify their identity. These credentials typically come from three categories: something you know, like a password, something you have, such as a smartphone or token, and something you are, like a fingerprint or facial scan. For example, when logging into your bank account, you may enter your password and then receive a verification code on your phone. This layer approach helps protect against password theft and unauthorized access. Next is single sign-on, or SSO. SSO allows users to log in once and gain access to multiple systems or applications without having to log in again for each one. This enhances user convenience and reduces the number of passwords users must remember. For instance, when you log into your Google account, you automatically gain access to Gmail, Google Drive, YouTube, and other Google services. SSO improves security by reducing password fatigue and the chance of reused or weak passwords. Now let's talk about Kerberos. Kerberos is a secure authentication protocol designed to provide strong authentication for client-server applications using secret key cryptography. It uses tickets issued by a central key distribution center, or KDC, which includes an authentication server and a ticket-granting server. Once a user is authenticated, they receive a ticket to access services without resending passwords. Kerberos is widely used in Windows Active Directory environments. Moving on to Simultaneous Authentication of Equals, or SAE. SAE is part of the WPA3 Wi-Fi security standard. It is designed to provide a more secure handshake process during Wi-Fi authentication by resisting offline password guessing attacks. Unlike WPA2's pre-shared key method, SAE ensures that even if a password is weak, attackers cannot easily guess it offline. This is especially useful in protecting home and enterprise wireless networks. Let's now examine Privileged Access Management, or PAM. PAM involves securing, monitoring, and controlling accounts with elevated permissions, such as system administrators or database admins. These privileged accounts have access to sensitive systems and data, making them high-value targets. PAM solutions offer features like session recording, password vaults, and least privilege enforcement. This ensures that elevated access is only granted when needed and is tightly controlled. OAuth is our next topic. OAuth is an open standard authorization framework that allows users to grant limited access to their resources without sharing credentials. For example, when a third-party application requests access to your Google contacts, you can authorize access without providing your actual Google credentials. OAuth uses access tokens to grant permissions, making it safer and more flexible for modern applications. Next is Extensible Authentication Protocol, or EAP. EAP is a framework that supports multiple authentication methods for network access, particularly over wireless and point-to-point connections. Common types include EAP-TLS, which uses digital certificates, and PAP, which protect the authentication process within a secure tunnel. For example, EAP is often used in enterprise Wi-Fi to allow users to authenticate using smart cards or certificates, providing both security and flexibility. Let's talk about identity proofing. Identity proofing is the process of verifying that a person is who they claim to be before granting them credentials or access. This can be done through government-issued ID verification, biometric comparison, or knowledge-based authentication, like answering personal security questions. It's an essential step in onboarding new employees or when setting up sensitive digital services, like banking or healthcare portals. IEEE 802.1x is our next focus. It is a network access control protocol that provides port-based authentication. It's often used in enterprise networks to ensure that only authorized users and devices can connect to the network. The process involves a supplicant, usually the client device, communicating with an authenticator, like a switch or access point, which then forwards a request to an authentication server like Radius. If the credentials are verified, access is granted to the network. Finally, let's explore federation. Federation is a system where two or more organizations establish trust between their identity systems, allowing users to access resources across domains using a single identity. This is commonly implemented using standards like SAML or OpenID Connect. For example, an employee from one company can access a partner company's application using their own corporate credentials without needing to create a new account. To wrap up, these identity and access technologies play a vital role in securing enterprise environments. They help ensure that only authorized individuals access the right resources under the right conditions. Understanding how these tools work together gives security professionals the ability to design, deploy, and manage secure access systems. Thank you for listening. In our next session, we'll continue exploring identity and access management by focusing on conditional access, attestation, trust policies, and privilege management in cloud environments. Stay tuned.